feeling curious, want to explore it, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it, hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come on here with me. I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome. Glad you could join us here on 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Next to me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. Still a little strange to see D. Wade out of a Heat uniform, but we'll get to see him tonight. As his career winds down, where do you see him on the list of all-time shooting guards?
Let's see, three-time champion, one Finals MVP. I'm going to say he's the third best shooting guard in the modern era.
Would you like to tell us who the first two are?
I would never say Mike and Kobe.
Oh, okay.
Well, see, I don't consider Michael the modern era, because after 2000s, I'm saying he's not the modern anymore. So I would say that Dwayne would be the second best shooting guard in the modern era.
Well, it depends on what you call modern.
Exactly.
Well, anything.
I think the 90s are pretty modern.
Exactly.
I mean, the last
What are you
20
talking
years,
about?
don't you think that's pretty modern?
Do you have a TV from the 90s in your house? That's
three,
not modern.
Three of them.
Exactly.
From the 90s?
Yes.
Oh, my
Three
God.
from the 90s.
Yes.
No.
And, yeah, like my buddy.
There's nothing
says,
in my house.
I agree with you, Ernie.
And my non-working one is on
Don't
top
be
of
a
the working
millennial.
one.
Don't forget where you come from, millennial man.
I'm a millennial guy.
No, it's
so
right over there next
he's
to
number
my,
two.
It's right over there next to my
stop it. Number
transistor
three.
radio.
He's number two. Michael's
is.
not modern anymore.
No.
And my 8-track player.
And my toaster oven.
And why is he
They're
still selling
all
shoes
right
if he's
there.
not modern?
Got
him, Judge Ernie.
Yeah.
Michael still has an earring, a loop earring in his ear.
But he's
not
still
modern.
selling shoes.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. This game in Milwaukee marks the start of a homestand for the Bucks. This game against Cleveland is the first time they've met this season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
Two division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, Kevin, Tristan Thompson is one of the elite offensive rebounders in the league. He said, for me, it's always see ball, get ball, and just bring the energy. And be that guy that when I check in, guys on the other team are like, oh, no, he's here tonight? That's my mentality. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And clearly Thompson knows his role on this team. Got to admire how hard he goes on the glass. And in the early season, plenty of optimism for teams. Is there any complacency, Steve, a feeling that you can lose one here, lose one there, and you can make up for it down the stretch?
Well, the good teams, they feel like that. A lot of times you look at it and say you don't take losses as bad when you have a couple star players or impact players out. You figure when we get those guys healthy, you just want to be able to play the right way, and when they come back, then you can start to make your push.
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. D-Wade out there with Rose. And it's Love in at the center position. The basket good off the assist from Wade.
Feathery touch in the painted area serves Love very well.
Antetokounmpo passes to Maker. And here is Brogdon. Launches a three. It's hauled in by LeBron.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Milwaukee.
And when you look at Jay Crowder, he kind of bridges that gap between role player / star player. The numbers might not wow you, but his tough play at both ends of the court is extremely valuable.
He's perfect from the line this time. And Greg, wouldn't you agree, Crowder clearly one of the best in the NBA in defending?
Without question. I mean, this guy guards 3 positions every night. And the combination of strength, quick feet, and then the quick hands make him a problem.
Derrick Rose can score in many different ways. He's very comfortable in this spot.
Brogdon against Rose. Stolen by Rose. Here's Crowder. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. And Crowder comes up to help. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Pass to Brogdon. Down low. Here's Maker. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And Gia, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position. You get a chance to see the elite court vision there. Excellent pass.
The Bucks shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
They already got into a nice flow. 4 for 5 from the field.
And they double up Antetokounmpo. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And checking out the stats for Antetokounmpo, coming off a terrific season. He was around 23 points a game last year, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
Brogdon with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And the basket by Maker.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And he makes that one. LeBron's got 6.
The power, body control. LeBron finishes through contact as well as anyone we've seen.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He kicks to Snell. Now the feed to Maker. Shoots a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
You know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Their mindset was really to get to the stripe, and they accomplished just that.
Here's Brogdon following the basket by LeBron James.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Rose dishes to James. Here's Love. And it falls over the rim and in.
Nice, the in-between game. Kevin Love effective from anywhere on the floor.
Brogdon kicks to Antetokounmpo. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
And you look at the Bucks and this roster, and the one constant at every position, length. I mean, great height and wingspan. Giannis and Maker, just to name a few.
Derrick Rose in open space is a treat to watch. Love the way he took off and scored that one.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Now, here's Brogdon. In the game against Boston, very impressive. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. And when so much of the NBA is trying to capitalize, Greg, on small ball, the Bucks said they're going to go for tall ball if they can make it work.
And what the length and height gives the Bucks is a few things. One, you get matchup advantages at least at a few positions on the floor. Great coverage in the passing lanes. And remember now, the half court is much bigger because of the impact of the three-point shot. You need size, skill, and activity to be able to...
Okay.
And the vertical of Wade, still remarkable. A high-flying two-guard who loves sending it home.
Bucks trail by 8. Brogdon kicks to Middleton. To the left wing. Three-pointers. Snell. Love grabs the board. Middleton against James. And James throws it down.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. In the way we have kind of a positionless game now, Smitty, there is no part of the court, any part of the court, which not one person cannot go to. A point guard can play any place. The big can go outside like you just talked about.
You're totally right. And now you've seen bigs shooting 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line. And a lot of point guards starting to post up. It is definitely positionless basketball that we're seeing right now.
But fun to watch. Seeing those bigs shoot like that, wow, fun to watch. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
And the Bucks with some changes. Monroe comes in for Thon Maker, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Tony Snell. Then for the Cavaliers, Thompson comes in for Kevin Love, and J.R. Smith's subbed in for James. Drills it from outside.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Wade on the mark with the 15-footer. Wade's got his third bucket of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Dellavedova with the ball. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
The Bucks making a switch here. Jeletovic is checked in. Here's Dellavedova. Here's Antetokounmpo. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 6. Here's Wade. He's got 6. Smith in the post. Defended by Middleton. Smith gets it to go on the assist by Wade.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Middleton outside. Uncovered. Misses off the right iron.
You know he would like to have that one back. A clear look from the mid-range.
From 12 feet out. And it's Smith missing. Bucks trail by 9. Over in the corner, Dellavedova. Back to Middleton. From the arc. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Bad communication defensively. This is the last guy you want to leave open from there.
Smith's shot is good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Thompson against Monroe. Middleton the pass to Dellavedova. Jeletovic with a screen on Rose. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Back to Dellavedova. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Dellavedova's got his first basket.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
I love it. Really, both teams running plays that fit the personnel, going back and forth.
And although Dwayne Wade, very much an NBA veteran, he is still a very high-usage player. He's 35 years old last season, and he was still putting up 16 shots a game.
When you think about the longevity of Wade's career, it is impressive. He has adjusted his game to still be a factor on the floor as he's aged. You keep waiting for him not to be productive, but he still keeps beating. The powerful body of Thompson, easily able to absorb contact and finish.
1:35 left to play in the first.
Already his second foul here in the first makes it a tough decision whether to leave him in or not.
The Bucks have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. And we think about the Cavs' ability, Steve, to carve up defenses. Top 5 in free throw attempt differential last season.
A reason why is their attacking styles. It also shows their veteran savvy at the other end, not getting baited into cheap fouls.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Bucks trail by 9. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. And Monroe kicks to Dellavedova. It's stolen by Green. And here we go, Thompson heading to the hoop. And it's Thompson with the jam.
That's the thing about Thompson. Because he can run the floor, he gets looks in transition.
Milwaukee's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Monroe's shot is good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Double digits in the first quarter. The only thing they have to avoid is taking their foot off the gas.
Dellavedova with the ball. He's against Green, and it's Dellavedova missing.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
And J.R. Smith with the slam.
The gravity of Kyle Korver drawing defenders and finding the open man.
Kicks it to Middleton. Dishes it to Teletovic. It's stolen by Smith. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him.
Ooh, love it, love it. Showing off big-time athleticism. JR is telling us he wants to be in a dunk contest.
Bucks trail by 15. Dellavedova kicks to Henson. It's stolen by Green. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And there's J.R. Smith on the assist by Green. And that's now 11 points for J.R. Smith. To the wing right side. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That is his first foul of the game. Tony Snell's checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Green. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Green's got his second basket.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Monroe with it, picked up by Thompson. Thompson comes with the double team. Here's Henson. Yep, that one goes in there. Henson's got his first 2 points of the night.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
So the Bucks, their last game, a win against the Celtics in Boston. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing, and if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out.
That's a jump ball.
Knocked loose, so it's the Bucks now. To the inside, Monroe, and the jam by Craig Monroe.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Craig? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And Iman Shumpert known on this team for his boisterous personality, and he makes a statement with his hair too, doesn't he, Steve?
Yeah, sometimes the high top fade, some other hairstyles, I'm not sure what we can really call them. Kevin, do you want to try out some of those looks?
No, thanks, Smitty.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
And the Bucks with some changes. Thon Makers checked in for Monroe, and Brogdon subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Cleveland also making some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Thompson, and James subbed in for J.R. Smith. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And you know what? The double team there, that quick hitter threw him for a loop there and forced the turnover.
LeBron against Brogdon, and James throws it down hard.
And there's no question that James is one of the best dunkers ever. A forceful finisher who loves showing off his athleticism.
Brogdon the pass to Henson. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Shumpert. They double him with James. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's Maker, 5 to shoot. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 6 assists here tonight. Here's James. That shot no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Snell kicks to Antetokounmpo. Henson, it's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's LeBron. Again, James missing.
Wow, he had it at point-blank range, but the defense was all over him.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Henson. Here's James. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this league.
Bucks trail by 19. Out to the wing. They double him with James. And Henson kicks to Snell. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Antetokounmpo.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league. Yeah, getting to the line more and more. Proof that Giannis is consistently being aggressive.
The Cavaliers leading by 17. And LeBron throws it down.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And Greg, with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
Somebody's got to rotate over, but who wants to step in front of LeBron?
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Cleveland. Crowder, he's checked in for Green. Dwayne Wade comes in for Kyle Korver. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Here's Snell. Wade is covering. They set the pick. Clock at 4. They double him with Love. Tipped away and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for James.
You know, I doubt they came into this game thinking they would be doing this much damage from mid-range, but you have to give them credit for being able to see what is available in their offense and then exploit the weakness of the D. To be successful in this league, you have to be flexible, and they've done a great job of that so far.
That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got his 4th assist in this one.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Expanding his range. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. The Cavaliers leading by 23. Here's Wade. That's tipped. The putback. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Mirza Teletovic is checked in for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. Timeout called the Bucks. And while the low post game has lost favor, the high post is still prime turf for a lot of big men. They love to hang out there and do their job. Who do you think are some of the guys who live on the elbows like that succeed?
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge, I think, is one of the best in the business. Blake Griffin is a guy who plays well at that position. They're comfortable. Marc Gasol, Greg Monroe, Anthony Davis, and Karl Anthony Towns. Those guys play all over the floor, but they're very comfortable at catching at the elbow. And you know what? As a big guy at that elbow, if you can show shot, one dribble, you're right at the rim.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, there's too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
Check out stats for James. Coming off a terrific season. 6th in assists, 8th in scoring, and he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists, just does a great job of getting everyone involved. It's stolen by Rose, and they're moving it up. Here's Wade. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Wade's got 10 points.
D-Wade can shrug off contact. It takes a lot to throw him off his shot. 2nd foul. You don't want to pick up his 3rd in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
Malcolm Brogdon, a 2nd-round pick out of the University of Virginia. What a find, Greg, he has been, and you love that he can fill in at either guard spot.
And you get the feeling Brogdon was overlooked for being a 4-year player in college. Has the passing and vision of a point guard, scores well enough from inside and out to play off the ball as well.
To the paint, here's Maker. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
And he comes up with the deuce. Wade's got 4 points in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Brogdon the pass to Teletovic. Back to Brogdon. Teletovic the screen. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Hits it from 3-point range. 6 points for him.
And that's why it's so important to really be.
Whoa!
Goodness.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And making it look completely effortless. LeBron using his immense talents to score at will.
Middleton on the wing. Launches it. Another miss by Middleton. Fires from 14. The offensive rebound. James makes it off the glass. James has got 24 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And there's the call on James. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Bucks have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And some changes here for the Bucks. Monroe comes in for Maker, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Tony Snell. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Smith comes in for LeBron. Middleton with it. Wade picks him up. Stolen by Thompson. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Monroe, no good. Smith in the post, defended by Middleton. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And you look back for J.R. Smith, Steve, over the years, some questionable choices. His reputation took a hit, but do you feel he's turned over a new chapter in his life?
Yeah, I do. I mean, spending time with LeBron James has definitely had him matured. Everybody looked at him as a prankster, not just on the court, but off the court. He's doing a better job. I'm happy to see him maturing.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass. They are just killing them on the interior.
The Bucks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Dellavedova dishes to Middleton, inside, and Monroe. The bucket on the assist by Middleton. Monroe's got 8.
His temperature is rising. I mean,
oh!
Nice read by Dwayne Wade. Beautiful.
54 seconds left here in the second. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
Has his man, just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
Well, Cleveland shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. And the layup falls. Wade's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Wade brings the double team. Monroe with a screen on Wade. Shot off the pick. And it's Dellavedova missing.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
It's stolen by Wade. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. Count that one. He's got 16.
Wade in the open floor is a work of art. Knows exactly how to fill those lanes.
Now here is Dellavedova. He dishes it to Teletovic. There's the pick. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
The Bucks have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Middleton hits them both. With 1 on the clock. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cleveland ahead, delivering the blowout. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half, and you have a big lead, but do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh, yeah. We got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. And now back to the other Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to check out the first half of action. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, LeBron is getting mentioned, greatest player of all time. The discussion is becoming more real. Some of it will come down to longevity. The stats that he breaks, the amount of rings that he wins. I played alongside one of the greats in Hakeem Olajuwon. There aren't many guys that I would rather play with, but LeBron might be one of them.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seemed to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
And that really tests the defense. It's hard to take the right angle on him to contest the shot.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Well, Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. LeBron and Crowder, the tandem at forward. Rose is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Love in at center. Here's Wade, and Maker sends it back. The Bucks shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Middleton on the wing. Inside, and the dunk by Maker.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Love the unselfishness.
Crowder goes in. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists now tonight. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Brogdon. 6 points for him. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Still doing his part, but it hasn't been enough. They need some kind of spark.
James. Again, the Cavaliers score.
You know, you got to play LeBron for the drive. Those mid-range shots, you almost have to live with it.
Middleton left side. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Middleton's got 11 points.
If you relax on him out there, he's going to make you pay every time.
Here's James. Great D that time from Middleton.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by LeBron. For the finish, and there's the big-time jam, and he slams it right over Maker.
If you're the defense, you have to get back. LeBron, a monster out in the open court.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Timeout called the Bucks. And the Cleveland Cavaliers unable to defend their 2016 title, Steve, but hungry to return to the NBA Finals once again.
You know, the pressure, Kevin, to capitalize on their window. LeBron James turning 33 this season. An aging supporting cast. It won't get any easier. It's hard to disagree with the timeout here as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers, and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Bucks.
And the one shot they've stayed away from tonight has been that long three. They've been a little more consistent with their shot selection, not launching as many deep threes.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And they double up on Antetokounmpo. In the corner, Middleton with it. Bucks passing it around. The pass to Snell. Takes the three. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Love's got his 6th rebound on the night. Over Middleton. A shot by LeBron. No good.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
To the paint. Here's Maker. And that one, good. Maker's got 4 points this quarter.
He's been locked in all night, and he's taking good shots.
Wade drives in. That one doesn't go. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Snell kicks to Antetokounmpo. Back to Snell from downtown, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 8th assist in the game. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got 6.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 14 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Crowder with it, now guarded by Antetokounmpo.
Looking a little tentative on a very makeable shot, and this one was uncontested.
That's tipped. Crowder with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. That's good from Wade on the assist from Crowder. Crowder's got 6 assists in the game.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Pass to Middleton from 18 feet away. Crowder pulls it in.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
He's in control when it matters, giving them a tremendous advantage right here. Well, you get the sense that LeBron's passing and ball handling were innate. His shooting is something he's had to work at.
Henson checked in for Milwaukee. Cleveland also making some changes. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Crowder. And it's Amon Shumpert in for Dwayne Wade.
Shooting 1.
And for LeBron, at times, his 3-point shot has abandoned him, Steve. Last season, getting that shot locked in was a focus.
Yeah, in the past, it's really been about LeBron James driving the basketball, playing bully ball, getting to the rim. As later in his career, as you know, the 3-point shot from LeBron has gotten better and better and better.
The shot from the low post is good. LeBron's got 11 in the second half.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
And stolen by Love. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. James with the ball. Green, the pass to Rose. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Thon Maker.
Derrick Rose putting pressure on the defense, always looking to draw contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And with D. Rose going through the free agent process this past summer, very different market than when he first signed his big extension back in 2012. But still, there were teams that wanted what he has to offer, and he'll make an impact.
And the basket is good.
Hard to contest Derrick Rose. With his speed, he's able to stop on the dime and pull up.
Now the dish to Snell. Monroe sets a screen for Antetokounmpo. Dellavedova from outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 9 assists now tonight. And for Rose in his free agency, he isn't, Greg, the same player he once was, but he can still run a team, and he can get you some points.
Yeah, and his leadership is a big part of the package now. He can be a good mentor to upcoming guards in an organization, act as kind of that bridge, if you will, for a team, or that missing piece for a franchise looking to make a run.
Smith dishes to Green. Right through the D for the layup. Green's got 8.
usually on the finishing end of plays. JR this time playing the role of facilitator.
And the Bucks with possession here. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Rose with the double team. And Henson kicks to Monroe. Yep, that one goes.
Creating a size mismatch in close. That's the kind of thing you're working for.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Korver comes in for Rose. And that one falls for Greg Monroe. And Steve, in your playing days, you always struck that balance, I always thought, between calling your own number and creating for teammates. That's a real gift.
It is, and I think the value of playing winning basketball, Kevin, is whatever play dictates making your teammates better or making the winning play. I think a lot of guys right now get caught up in stats. Whatever's the play to help your team win, that's the play that needs to be made.
Yeah, well said. Antetokounmpo passes to Snell. Monroe, wide open, gets a very good look and converts. Monroe's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And that one's good. Green.
I just like the awareness there from Korver. He draws a lot of attention, which is why he's able to get passes over to his teammates.
Dellavedova kicks to Antetokounmpo. From 13, the Cavaliers pull it in. Smith dishes to Shumpert. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. From beyond the arc, Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Here's Smith. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. He's got 17.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
A moment now to see the numbers for Monroe. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Totally. You want your team to at least hold court when the reserves come in. He definitely keeps you solid up front.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. 13 feet away. Monroe, no good. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
Milwaukee has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Shooting one.
You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
And that one falls for Greg Monroe. And a big story for the Bucks team is that they are slated to play their last season here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And then starting in 2018, they'll be playing next door at what should be a beautiful complex.
Yeah, and it was part of the plan to keep the Bucks happy and playing here in Milwaukee. Goal is to have the venue act as a new centerpiece for the downtown district, and it seems like a fantastic place to build a state-of-the-art NBA arena.
Toledovich grabs the board. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. And the Bucks miss again. Cleveland controlling the game. Green the pass to Korver. And Jeff Green the bucket on the assist by Korver. Korver's got 4 assists now tonight.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Dellavedova. Smith outside. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
We're not talking to each other, offensively or defensively. Let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Mirza Teletovic out there with Wilson. Then there's DeAndre Liggins. And there's Terry. And it's Vaughn in at the 2 guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Got a piece of it. And Teletovic kicks to Liggins. Calderon against Terry. Shot clock at 6. No good. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Pass to Vaughn. Teletovic the screen. Off the screen, Vaughn gets the bucket.
Excellent use of the screen there to free himself up and create space to make the open J.
High inside, working on Teletovic. Fry, good.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that. One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Smitty, they say players are made in the summer, the off-season, when they can really work on things on their game. Especially these days, players will hire top-level trainers and coaches for individual work during the off-season.
You know, Kevin, I love it. The guys are putting in those emphasis on their bodies with trainers and coaches. But I know sometimes I've heard stories where the teams want you to work on this. Maybe say your mid-range games, but then guys have these coaches are just working on their threes. So I think guys got to be careful just hiring anybody. You want to work on your game, but I think also it has to be a balance what the team wants and what you want.
Steve, I've heard that too, and I think teams they like the work in the offseason, but it's got to be directed the right way.
Yes.
And if you're a part of a team in a long-term project, I think you've got to take the direction and follow the compass that your team has given you.
Yeah, I think so, and I think a lot of times teams are getting upset because now you're seeing these individual coaches and trainers starting to come on NBA time, work out on NBA time, and I think that's when it started to become somewhat of a problem.
And you don't need the big play. Right now, you just need the smart one.
This is what desperation can do. You start to play outside of yourself, making a bad situation worse.
Love's check in for Cleveland. Here's Vaughn, fires from deep. The shot by Wilson, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the right side. No one near Teletovic as he lets it go. And again, the Bucks miss.
And that's the shot he wants. Just a little bit out of rhythm.
That one goes in.
Oh, great ball movement there.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Terry against Calderon. And stolen by Fry. And here we go. Calderon heading to the hoop. And that one drops for him. Calderon's got 4 points in the quarter.
That was all started with the anticipation and fast hands of Jose Calderon.
Akers checked in for Wilson. Milwaukee with the ball. Terry kicks to Liggins. Looking to end the run. The shot that time not on target. And Cleveland will come the other way. Here's Korver, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
Liggins, it's hauled in by Jose Calderon.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Love with the buckets.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Cavaliers shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Yes, that goes in.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, this lead has snowballed. Credit their killer instinct for piling on.
And the Bucks making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Green, he's checked in for Kevin Love. Here's Vaughn. Teletovic, the screen. Vaughn, the pass to Teletovic. Dellavedova kicks to Vaughn. Just 5 on the clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And Channing Frye may be the best floor spacer in the league at the center position. His release is quick, and he's got that nice high release. Makes it very tough to close out in time.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Shumpert's checked in.
One of the best free throw shooting bigs in the league. If only Frye could get there more often.
Vaughn, the pass to Liggins. Here's Vaughn. Feeds it to Maker. Over Korver. Maker misses. Steve, when you look at Channing Frye, how would you defend him?
You know, a lot of teams like to go small on him, and sometimes that doesn't work. He still can post up. He can shoot over smaller guys, and he does have a little post game to punish them inside.
There's the pick. Pass to Vaughn. Poke loose. Teletovic, the screen. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
Well, not the best look they can get, but at the end of the day, it's all about shot making.
Frye, good.
You know, as ice cold as he was in the first half, that's how hot he has been since the break. No one can match up with him right now.
Now the pass to Vaughn. Here's Liggins, guarded by Frye. It's stolen by Green. Korver attacking. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 6 points for Kyle Korver.
So dangerous on the perimeter. We got a chance to see Kyle Korver convert inside.
Vaughn kicks to Liggins. Teletovic, the screen. Pass to Vaughn. That's tipped. 6 to shoot. From deep. The Cavaliers pull it in. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. Comes up empty down low. The Bucks shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Korver. John Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Thompson's checked in. 1:42 left to play in the final quarter. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Has his man, just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Calderon dishes to Thompson. Shoots over Henson, and it's Thompson that time on the assist by Calderon. 14 points for Tristan Thompson. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. To the middle, here's Henson. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Green.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Cavaliers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season.
That's a great dunk!
Freakish,
yes,
athletically.
Unbelievable play.
Wow.
Always with the great vision. Calderon still one of the best at finding the open man.
It's stolen by Green. The finish, and Green slams it in.
And just staying aggressive, continuing to extend that lead.
They left nothing to chance. This is how you close out.
Three-pointer to Ledovich, and another three for Milwaukee.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
The feed to Liggins. Fires from deep. He doesn't hit that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shumpert, no good. Now Dellavedova passes it to Vaughn, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And he can't get the first one.
Two shots.
And the second free throw, good. Timeout called, Cleveland. They're leading. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
I'm not sure why you call a timeout this late. I mean, the game is more or less over.
I'm not questioning that either, but he clearly hasn't given up on this one quite yet.
Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. They get a hand on it. Ledovich passes to Dellavedova, and that's an intentional foul. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Dellavedova. Here's Shumpert. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kevin. You guys pulled away in the second half. What were the differences?
We all contributed tonight, and if we have a well-balanced, scoring and we're efficient on both ends, we usually end up winning the game. And, like you said, the second half was big for us tonight.
You got it done when it counted. Thanks very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.